And welcome to True Blue Politics Podcast Daily. I am Karen and I am here with,
Anita,
and today is the last day of Pride Month, June
I know.
30th, 2026. And
Got my pride shirt on. Got your pride shirt on?
I don't. I was working, so I was
Um,
running around and so I didn't get a chance to change clothes and put on my Pride attire for this
you had
wonderful
quite a
event.
pride parade there in Chicago. I saw that.
Yeah, well, we're celebrating my dad's birthday, so we ended up doing that. So unfortunately, I had to miss it this year, but normally I like to go and give my mom hugs.
It was a lot. There's a lot more people there than were at the
Mm,
Donald Trump's
yeah.
America 250 masturbatory fair.
Yeah. Yep, I believe it. That's not surprising.
He's
That's
ruined it.
not, yeah. So we're just, there's a lot being thrown at us, of course. Here we had, Donald Trump's big birthday party. And then, now we have this 250th, celebration that he's, of course, making all about him. And then you have the Republican Party running around carrying his water,
hmm
insulting the press on his behalf as they completely blunder the negotiations for an Iran ceasefire that doesn't really exist.
Yeah, it's not really a ceasefire
No.
anymore. I mean, they're calling it a ceasefire, but
Yeah.
Israel's still bombing Lebanon, and they're going back and forth,
Well, and
bombing.
it was after a
Yeah.
weekend of bombing.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
exactly. Well, Donald Trump has to do his market manipulation every weekend, so
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you can count on that.
Yeah, so it's just a lot, and so we're gonna try and get through a lot of clips here covering this, but wanted to start out because, of course, one thing that grabbed a lot of people's attention was JD Vance at the Richard Nixon Foundation in Orange County, I believe.
Yeah, Orange County, California.
Yeah, and he was just kind of,
No, it's Loma,
yeah,
Loma.
which is, yeah, it's in
Is
Orange
that Orange
County.
County? Yeah.
Yes. And so, yeah, so they, were chatting about, how Nixon really
Poor Richard
was,
Nixon.
yeah, yeah.
The deep state got him.
Yeah. Oof. Okay. So I'm
Yeah.
going to go ahead and just play this and then we can talk about it on the other side. And
So we were talking about this a little bit backstage, but I'm actually fascinated by Nixon as a character in history. I think that his historical legacy is enjoying a bit of a renaissance, but I think deservedly so. As I joked with Robert backstage, if Watergate happened tomorrow, it would be like a 12-hour news story. Like the idea that it would have taken down a presidency is crazy. And by the way, if you look at the story of how the deep state took down Richard Nixon, it's not all that different from what the same groups of people, the same institutions tried to do to Donald Trump in the first Trump administration. There is a parallel.
God. Yeah, the parallels, they were both guilty as fuck.
mm-hmm.
I also just, at a personal level, okay, young senator, vice president, writes some best-selling books, is hated by the media. It kind of sounds like JD Vance. So I'm a little, I've always liked
Okay.
Richard Nixon.
See, the thing is,
Comparing
he's so
yourself to Richard
cringe.
Nixon, I know he
Yeah.
really is. He's
Can we just say, I mean, he is so cringe. And I mean, here's the thing. Okay, this is an admission, you dumb fuck.
I know. But I
That
mean,
Donald Trump, and Richard Nixon would pale in comparison as far as,
oh my God.
being his criminal activity. But the thing of it is, it's like no deep state took down Richard Nixon, and no deep state is taking down Donald Trump. Donald Trump is committing crimes. He is a career criminal. So stop blaming people that are trying to hold him accountable.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty shocking. But and those people clapping for him. Of course, he's in the Nixon Library, or I think
Hmm.
it's the Nixon Library,
Yeah,
right?
it's the Richard Nixon Foundation, which I believe is, that's the
And he and
library.
he and he's kind of right because yeah, it would seem kind of like a 12-hour news story now because Donald Trump's crimes are so
Hmm.
off the chart.
Yep.
But that doesn't mean that Richard Nixon wasn't guilty and shouldn't have been impeached. It just means that we're letting Donald Trump get away with stuff that we should not be letting him get away
Yeah.
with. But Republicans are protecting him.
Right. The big difference here, I mean, and it took what, 2.5 years for the Republicans then to actually do the right thing, right? It
Yeah,
was
and the
like
thing
after,
is, and there was a Democratic Congress. This is what people fail to understand. There was a Democratic Congress. Democrats had control of the Senate and the House. I
hmm
mean, they had a lot of control. They were big majorities. And they were going to impeach Richard Nixon. And Republicans understood this. And in the hearings, Democrats controlled the hearings. So Democrats were getting to the bottom of it.
hmm
And it was pretty bad. I
very
mean, they had the
damning.
tapes, they had him on tape.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not like we don't know that he didn't, if he did these things,
Right.
right?
Not for
And,
nothing.
yeah.
He
And
was,
so
he was busted.
he was busted. And so it's just, his argument is ridiculous. But yeah, it probably would be a 12-hour news story compared to what Donald Trump has done.
hmm
But that doesn't mean he wasn't guilty and shouldn't have been impeached. We're just putting
Yes.
up with too much right now. And
No,
we
it's
know
the
that.
low, yeah, it's the lowering of the bar. Thank you for
Yeah.
pointing out the fact that you
Yeah.
motherfuckers have lowered the bar so
Exactly.
much that literally Richard Nixon would have been like a one story, like one news cycle story, and then it would have
It,
gone away.
yeah. I mean, and
That's
exactly. And it's
astonishing.
it's the Republicans.
It's the Republicans.
So
Every single motherfucking one of them.
yeah. And I mean, and it was just different back then. Like I said, Democrats had total control of the House and Senate,
hmm
and the Republicans understood that they needed to get in line. And not
hmm
all of them did. A lot of them still stuck with Richard Nixon,
Yes. Yeah, they
but
sure did.
they
Yeah.
did tell him he needed to resign. It was shameful what he was. I mean, they heard the tapes.
Yeah, how could, yeah, there really was no choice. They were complete, yeah, there,
Yeah.
and they were not, I mean, if we can say anything, is that they were not as brazen and shameful as this crew is. So that's not a good thing, guys. I
No,
mean,
that's not the
this
flex.
doesn't, yeah, this doesn't put you up on any kind of moral high ground here. This is actually exposes you. And it is an
Exposes the
admission.
Republican Party.
Right. It's a total admission that you people are feckless, corrupt, and,
And you will put up with anything
complicit
for
and
power. You will do anything.
accomplices. Yeah.
Yep. You will do anything for power, even risk losing our democracy.
Yeah. And don't tell us that you guys are the law and
Oh my
order
God.
party. Don't tell
That
us that, rule of
it's so
law matters to you.
how they've got away with it. But if the law and order is code once again for
Black
controlling black
people.
people.
Yep.
Because who is, I mean, really been lawless? The
Incarcerating
Republican
black
Party.
people.
Yeah, the
Yep.
Republican Party, Richard Nixon, Ronald Reagan with Iran Contra. I mean, we could go on
hmm
and on. Donald Trump
Yep.
is a perfect example of criminality in the Republicans.
Yep.
And they don't seem to care at all. They
Yeah.
didn't care that he attacked. That he instigated an insurrection against our own government.
Right. And they literally all came out and admitted afterwards or said, this is Donald Trump. This is the fault of the president. Every single one of these guys, after they ran for
Kevin
their
McCarthy,
lives,
yeah,
yeah. And they
Mitch
all
McConnell,
said it, Mitch
hmm
McConnell, and then what did they
Lindsey
do? Two
Graham,
weeks, what was it, a week or two later?
yeah,
Kevin McCarthy runs to Mar-a-Lago, kisses the ring, and everybody starts scrambling around to
exactly.
excuse what he did. And then when it came time where Mitch McConnell and the Republicans in the Senate could have convicted him to spare us all of this shit that we're having to live through right now. So all you
Mm-mm.
people that were like, you said that you voted for him because the cost of eggs was too much or whatever, and now,
hmm Now you
now,
see that we told you
yeah,
that this guy was a criminal and he would continue to commit crimes.
that's
He
right.
has no character at
Mm-mm.
all. There is nothing redeemable about him. And he doesn't give a shit about the Constitution, about our
Nope.
democracy, about law and order. He doesn't care about any of it. He
No.
only cares about himself.
Yep. You guys are all a bunch of idiots, rubes, morons,
Fools. Yeah.
fools. Shame on you. Easily duped.
So here
Don't,
we are.
yeah.
Yeah, here we are. And now it's
You
gotten to
guys
the
are the ones
point.
that buy the undercoating.
Yeah, but it's gotten to the point now where Republicans, even deny that January 6th was a
Mm-hmm.
violent insurrection.
Yep.
They wouldn't put that plaque up. A
Yep.
court had to force them to put the
Yes.
plaque up
And what was the
honoring the
plaque
police
for?
officers
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
that protected them that day.
That's right. How shameful is that?
Oh
You
my
know, and then
God.
for Mitch McConnell to say, oh, well, the courts are going to take care of it,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah,
Mm-mm.
knowing full well that that probably wasn't going to happen.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he had more. He actually thought the American people wouldn't elect a guy that tried to attack the United States government, but they did. And you know what? I'm not saying Mitch McConnell should have just done the right thing.
He should have just done the right thing. See, this is the thing. They never will do the right thing because if
Yeah.
there's any kind of cost or threat to their hold their grip on power, then they're never going to do the right thing. If they
And
think
what
that it could at
message did
all
it send?
jeopardize it, huh?
And what message did it send when they
Right.
refused to convict him? That it
Exactly.
wasn't that big a deal.
Right.
And then he could run for president again. Why
That's
not?
right. That's right. They could have stopped it. They could have kept us from this.
Yep, that's right.
And here we are, you
Here we
know?
are.
Anyway, okay, so I'm going to play. This is Mike Johnson. This was on Twitter. Richard Smith. Mike Johnson just handed Democrats the 2026 playbook. Lose the House? Good. Let every committee subpoena Trump's grifting family, his corrupt cabinet, every bought donor, and every sycophant friend. Expose them all. No mercy, no hiding. Let the investigations begin. So I'm going to go ahead and play this.
If we were to lose the midterms, heaven forbid, these Democrats, y'all, impeachment's not even the big concern. They will turn every committee of Congress into an investigative body, and they'll go after the president's family, the cabinet, his donors and friends. Half of you in this room will be targeted. I run the protection program. I'll take care of you, okay? We're going to win. We're going to win the midterm, okay? All right?
That little mealy mouth motherfucker.
I know.
He seriously big bad Mike Johnson.
He's going to protect them. What does
Yeah.
that mean? He's going to
What is
protect them from us holding them accountable for their crimes.
exactly from accountability for crimes? Hello, people, pay attention. Do you
Mm-hmm.
not understand what is happening? If you are ignoring this, thinking that this is okay, then you're a part of the problem. If you don't think that this is a big deal, you're part of the frickin' problem.
I don't even know who is he talking to. So his constituents will protect these people so they can continue to do nothing for the American people,
Yeah.
but get away with their
But
crimes.
their only agenda is protecting Donald Trump.
Yeah, and themselves because they're all
Right. Because
benefiting.
they're all wrapped up in it and they don't have immunity. They do not have immunity
No,
from
but
their actions and their
it's another
criminality.
confession. There's another confession. These people, I swear to
Hmm.
God. And you know what? There are voters that are listening to that going, yeah,
Hmm.
we need to protect him.
Yes.
If we let the Democrats hold him accountable,
Hmm.
because these are people that are just so sick in the head and just
They are sick
want
in the head.
that need somebody to, they think I don't understand. I don't get it how they look at Donald Trump as a strong man, as
No.
a leader and something like a daddy figure.
Hmm.
On he, to me, he just looks like a pathetic loser
Yeah.
who's just he's a blustering. Even Tucker Carlson started talking about he's not tough, he's not strong. He's one of those guys. They're all bluster, but they're really weak, and they're cowards. That's
Right.
who Donald Trump is.
Yeah.
You stand up to him, and he backs down.
Yep. That's right.
And none of these Republicans ever stand up to him because they're
Never
afraid.
do. I mean, look at, in the latest,
Bill
example,
Cassidy.
Bill Cassidy. I mean, it's
Yep,
insane.
he
It's
backed
insane.
down.
Yep.
You know, and
Yep.
eventually, I mean, look at what happened with Iran.
Hmm.
This is what you need to do. And a lot of these other leaders, world leaders, are seeing this
Hmm.
and realizing Donald Trump isn't tough.
No.
He's a coward. He will back down.
Hmm.
And we need
Yeah,
to stand up to him. And we
that's
need
right.
to, you know, we need to isolate ourselves from the United States of America.
Yeah. Yeah. So CBS News reports, this is by Arden Farrell, Joe Walsh. Yeah, really? Okay.
Joe Walsh.
Yeah, that's what it
Hmm.
says here. Okay, so anyway, so it's a this is a headline. Company owned by Trump donor won $1.7 million no bid reflecting pool cleaning contract. Washington, the federal government awarded a company owned by a Trump donor a $1.7 million contract to install a new water cleaning system for the Lincoln Memorial Reflecting Pool, federal records show. As President Trump pushes to overhaul the pool and struggles with a bout of algae and peeling paint, the no bid contract to install a nanobubble filtration system went to Green Water Solutions, an Ohio based company whose owner is listed on federal contracting documents as J.J. Cafaro Investment Trust. The president and CEO of that trust is identified as John J. Cafaro on
Um,
Federal Election Commission filings.
yeah, and he ended up getting like $15 million. So we're talking about the reflection pool now,
Mm-hmm.
right? Okay, so this is
Yep.
part of the corruption that they want protected.
Yes.
And
This.
so we're gonna talk about a lot of the different ways that they've, corrupted everything,
Mm-hmm.
including the reflection pool.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
no bid contract he gave to his buddy who lives,
Yep.
he's a neighbor of his, by the way. And the guy has a criminal record for trying to bribe a congressman.
Yep.
So, I mean, this is the people that he pals around with. These are the people that are surrounding the president of the United
So
States.
tell me again that he wasn't friends with Jeffrey Epstein.
Of course he was. He was
Yeah.
best friends with Jeffrey Epstein for
Mm-hmm.
decades.
Yep. Yep.
That's why, because they all palled around together. These are the low lives.
Birds of a feather. These are the
Yeah.
worst of the worst. These are the criminals, the dangerous criminals that are
Hmm.
raping children and women. Though that's who these people are.
And the women, you notice, the girls that they did, that they preyed upon
Mm-hmm.
were these girls that came from, struggling households or
Mm-hmm.
broken families and stuff like that. They look at them as like just garbage. This is how
Mm-hmm.
he operates.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he looks at the American people.
He
That not
devalues.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anybody that's not. That's why they're all they care about is protecting themselves,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody else is just, I don't know,
Cannon fodder. And
yeah,
just gets used and abused and disposed of.
and he could care less.
He could care less, and that's the majority of all the MAGA base, their entire MAGA base that doesn't have, that aren't giant donors.
Yeah, and the fact that they think that this man gives a fuck about that, it
No,
just blows my mind.
wake up, people, you're being used.
Yeah, all he wants
S-
is your vote. He told you.
he did, and guess what? Now you never have to vote again.
Mm-mm.
Hmm.
No, that's
I
what he's
wonder what
hoping.
made. Yep.
Apparently that's what Maggie Haberman and John Swan wrote about in the book, that
Hmm.
he wants to be in president for life, which hopefully is going to be that much longer, but still.
Yeah. So the Daily Beast had put out an article. This is Will Neal, who reports for them. And the headline is Trump's jaw-dropping secret $500 million ballroom employee exposed.
Yeah, remember how we said that it was going to be all these private donors? We weren't going to pay for this.
Mm-hmm.
That was all a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
And the donors, go ahead, finish the story.
Okay, well, because I do not have a subscription to this, I will here, let me
Well, I
see.
can tell you, I think it is in
So
there.
here, this is what it says. Officials steered the $500 million agreement with Clark Construction through the executive residence, an arm of the executive office of the president that ordinarily buys furniture and art covers, entertainment, and handles repairs at the mansion, according to the Washington Post.
Yeah, this is how he got around. He got a no bid contract. This is how he did it. He got around the rules.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is a taxpayer funded ballroom that he wants. And if that he said was going to be paid for by private donations,
Mm-hmm.
which is in itself a problem anyway, but
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
another
So
story.
here, I was able to get more of it
Okay.
open. That office sits outside federal rules that requires agencies to seek competing offers and lay out spending publicly. Structuring the deal this way allowed Trump to dodge scrutiny of the arrangement and avoid exposing it to competition. Avoiding competition allowed the administration to sidestep a process that has historically worked to keep prices down for a job of this scale, the Post reported. I would certainly expect them to compete a project of this size and complexity. Anthony Costa, a former General Services Administration official who handled federal real estate work across 4 administrations, told the Post. Trump, 80, got personally involved in the haggling records show. On March 4th, days after
Okay.
launching his war with Iran, he talked about what a Clark subsidiary would charge for concrete trimming 2.3 million from an opening figure
Okay,
of
that's not
about
important.
above 47 million.
Yeah. Well, what it's saying is he got around he was able to, get a no bid contract by getting around the rules, because instead of having competition, which is merit based, right? Instead, he just gives it to whoever his buddy is or whoever donates to him. That's what he did for the ballroom. That's what he did to the reflection pool, and we saw how that turned out.
So more criminality and corruption.
More criminality, yeah, more corruption.
And Public Citizen says MAGA 250, 103 million in federal contracts flow to Trumpified Freedom 250 events.
I know.
What are you doing? Are you going to celebrate anything on the 4th?
Well, it's my husband's father's birthday, my father-in-law's birthday. So we will celebrate his birthday. As far as like July 4th, no fireworks or anything like that. I mean, it's my least favorite holiday because I don't like all the kind of I don't know,
performative patriotism.
Yeah, I really don't like that. But I mean, especially now, I just feel like it's just sad that this is our 250th birthday, and it feels like it's our last. I mean, it feels like democracy's failing. I mean, we're trying to save it, but it's a struggle.
My husband was just, saying, because family were like, hey, are we doing anything for the 4th? Because we will get together and barbecue now. It used to be a big block party, but since my parents sold their house, so now we just get together wherever. But we always play bocce ball. That's like the big, one of the big things, and just hang out and have a good time. And I said, to my husband, I said, what are we even celebrating? I don't even know what I don't feel, I'm not in a celebratory mood. I'm like, who is this country for? I mean, it is never been more apparent that they want it to be only for white men. And I'm like, we have never been fully, full citizens as women. Now what they've done, gutting the Voting Rights Act, it doesn't feel like there's a hell of a lot to celebrate.
If you watch, and this is what I get when I watch that Freedom 250, America 250 State Fair thing, and you watch those people running around in all their American gear, and I'm like, what are they doing? What are they celebrating? Do they
even know? Yeah.
Do they even know? I mean, seriously, and they're all white. They're all white.
Yep.
So, I mean, not a black person in sight.
No. No, I mean, and for them, I mean, that's America. That's the America that they want.
That's what they want, and that's why it sucks. It does. It sucks. Even the food sucks. They're afraid to
the food sucks, the music sucks, the crowd sucks. Okay, well, we'll get to that. We'll get to the caliber of people that actually showed up for this. But first, Senator Chris Murphy had some things to say on the floor of the Senate. How
long is this? Does it say?
Well, there's a whole thread here. So, you sent me the thread. I'm going to play the first one because this was the main one, and then we'll talk.
This moment is exceptional. It is a one-of-one moment. And if it becomes normal, if people stop being outraged at what he is doing to enrich himself, then I fear there is no going back. The White House will just become a place to get rich. So I think it's time to pull back and see the full picture. to not view this as just one isolated scandal after another, every single one popping up each week or every few days, but to understand the full scope of this illegality. Last year, I came to the floor to document the first 100 days of Donald Trump's mind-blowing corruption. Since then, especially in 2026, the pace of his misconduct has quickened dramatically. And so I'm here on the floor today, and I'm going to spend more than a few minutes doing this, laying out what has happened since I gave that last speech. This is the story of 500 days of corruption.
Okay, so that's the first video.
You know what? Wait, Karen.
Mhm.
Why don't you speed it up? Save a little bit of time. Speed up the video.
I can't speed up the sound.
You can't?
No,
it
it doesn't
has
give me. No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
And I'm going to start on April 7th, 2025. This is when the current acting Attorney General, Todd Blanche, issues a memo ordering the termination of several Biden-era DOJ investigations into crypto companies. Now, here's the problem. The then Deputy Attorney General is a major investor in crypto companies, and he works for a president who is a major player in the crypto industry. But DOJ just drops these investigations, signals that the Department of Justice is no longer going to hold crypto companies accountable. But Blanche owns major investments in crypto stocks. The president is one of the biggest players in the industry. Blanche doesn't actually stop there. He eliminates the entire enforcement team at DOJ dedicated to rooting out crypto-related fraud and money laundering schemes. This is a crypto investor who works for a president who owns crypto companies, shutting down the unit at DOJ that holds this industry accountable.
Okay.
Unbelievable. I mean, think about that.
I mean, so this is a whole thread. I mean, there are so many videos. So, I mean, I highly recommend people go to Chris Murphy's, well, in here it's on his Twitter account. But I'm sure that, he's on Blue Sky. So go ahead and by all means, go find it.
Last time I checked, and this was a couple of days ago, he had a million views on it.
Yeah.
A million. A couple of days ago.
He goes through all of it. It's 500 days of corruption.
Does it have the one about, I don't know if it's labeled, about the kids, about the mining company?
Here, sex traffickers.
You can do that
Listen
one.
to that one here.
Maybe the most nakedly corrupt pardon. There's not a single senator that could defend this. Chengpeng Zhao built an entire business based on allowing terrorists, drug traffickers, and sex predators to use his cryptocurrency to evade the law. He went to jail for this. But he also helped Trump launch his crypto business. So who cares about financing terrorists and sex criminals? Trump gives this guy a full pardon on October 7th. It's naked. This is a guy who built a company that allowed terrorists and sex predators to engage in private financing. He went to jail. He got out of jail because he agreed to help get Trump rich. Maybe the most.
Yep. He was funding Hamas. This guy.
Yeah.
This guy was a total, sleazeball. This is unbelievable, honestly. Mm-hmm. Just think about the criticism Bill Clinton got for, who was it that he pardoned? I can't remember, some old friend of his or something, for something very minor. Or even Joe Biden got for pardoning Hunter Biden, who was convicted
because they knew full well they were going to go. They were going to go after him.
They were looking for an excuse.
They were going to trump up charges, and they were going to go after him. He protected his kid, who had already gone through so much. It's just it's not even.
But he got a pardon. But he got a pardon for tax evasion, that he paid back the taxes that nobody ever gets convicted, even indicted on, and the other one was a gun charge that nobody ever gets charged with. It's just ridiculous. There were ridiculous charges to begin with, but
right. So
whatever.
Is this the one Trump takes $5 million bribe from the big tobacco industry?
Oh no, that's another one. But that's yeah, that one's a good. But there's a one
Yeah.
about the kids and this mining company, which is unbelievable.
His kids?
Yeah, Donald
Okay.
Trump's kids.
Here we go. I got it. I think I got it. Okay, here. I think this might be it.
Wait, it's not just Trump's corporate donors that are getting rich now. Part of the White House's daily operation is to find creative ways to funnel taxpayer money to Trump's kids. This one's wild. The Trump administration, in November, early November, announces a really unusual deal. The government, the Pentagon, is taking a $50 million stake in a single rare earths minerals company called Vulcan Elements and giving them a $620 million taxpayer-funded loan. That is big money. And the Pentagon doesn't really do deals like this. But they do when Donald Trump Jr. is one of the company's key investors. We come to find out that civil servants in the Pentagon did not want to do this deal, only did it because the White House told them to do the deal. One official said, quote, "The call came from the White House. We have to get this done." Before the deal, Vulcan was worth $200 million. Donald Trump Jr. made an investment. His father got the Pentagon to give them the contracts and buy the stake in the company, and the valuation jumped overnight $200 million to $2 billion. Donald Trump Jr. 10x'd his profits. I mean, has anybody in this body justify that? You've probably not even heard that story. It barely cracked the news. Like in normal times, that scandal alone, the president's son making an investment in the company, the federal government then making a massive investment subsequently. The Pentagon didn't want to do it, only did it because the president told them to do it after his son made the investment, and the value of the president's son's investment went up by 10 times. That scandal alone would take down a presidency.
But Hunter Biden was on the board of Burisma. Karen.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, this is why we know when they were going after Joe Biden and Hunter Biden, we knew how disingenuous it was the whole time. First of all, Jared Kushner had already made $2 billion off the Saudis, and they were going after Hunter Biden for peanuts. And he didn't even, there was no quid pro quo, okay?
No.
We know Jared Kushner was working for the United States government ostensibly, right? And was getting a payday for that.
Yeah, and he got
right?
$2 billion from the Saudis. That was,
To look the other
now
way,
that looks like, nothing. Now, it's like Nixon.
Oh, yeah. It's like it would be a 12-day. Yeah, like Nixon would be a 12-day story. That's why.
Yeah.
Because of this shit.
Yes. Hello. Oh my God. Yeah. So
But so listen to all of them. Listen to Chris Murphy. It is a really good, I mean, it's infuriating, but he does a good job of just laying it out. And he talks about how it's only about half of it that he goes over. And we're going to talk about, we've already talked a little bit about the reflection pool and the ballroom and the festival. I mean,
the festival and, the festival and the, the people that are, going to the festival like MAGA Man, who was dressed up as Uncle Sam, and he was arrested for masturbating at
Free
Trump's
Manny.
America 250 spectacle.
No, they're all running around going free Manny because, it was a setup.
God.
Yeah, no,
it was a setup. Somebody set him up to put his hands down his pants and start diddling his wee-wee.
Well, apparently he was watching the acrobats and he got a little excited and vaping. Apparently, he's sitting there watching them and started masturbating in public. And
that's not an excuse.
No, it's not. But isn't it? It's just perfect. I mean,
it tracks.
It tracks. A MAGA guy dressed as Uncle Sam gets caught masturbating at Donald Trump's America 250. That's a perfect. I don't know.
Perfect, and it's just Oh, say this is Jean Rachtelli, a right-wing live streamer who goes by Manny online, was charged with lewd, indecent, or obscene acts after being apprehended at the problem-plagued patriotic spectacle in Washington, D.C. last Thursday. Arrest documents reviewed by HuffPost include 3 separate witness statements. One detail-oriented observer told police officers they saw Rachtelli recording female circus performers before he stuck his right hand down his pants and moved back and forth approximately 6 times in what appeared to be self-pleasure or masturbation. Another reported a performer from the Cirque Mechanics troupe approached them to point out an older white male who was making lewd gestures in his pants during their act. A third said they saw the accused with his hand in his pants, likely doing what we all thought he was doing. Reg Tully's last live stream on YouTube took place during the fair on the day of his arrest. It abruptly cuts off after a police officer approaches him and then escorts him to a group of several other members of law enforcement. He obliquely addressed his arrests via several Twitter reposts, amplifying one defender who said Manny's only crime is being a huge patriot, and that, in their view and in the eyes of the law, he's innocent until proven guilty. He was caught in the act, sticking his hand down his pants.
God. You know, he was on stilts too.
He's on stilts?
That's what I heard. He was on
wow.
I mean, come on. You go and you perform for Donald Trump's America 250, and what do you expect?
Well, that's, you know what? It's sexually arousing, you know, the 250th birthday of America.
There's going to be perverts there.
It's exciting. You know, what do you expect? I mean, all we did for the bicentennial in 1976 is have tall ships.
Yes, we had tall ships going across.
He was making a tall ship. He was what's the nautical term, like, for raising the
mast,
the sail, the mast? He was raising the mast. That's all he was doing.
Okay.
That's all he was doing, Anita. He was raising the mast. He was, you know, he was making his own little sailboat.
I don't know.
Well, I think you're too judgy here.
Okay. Free Manny.
I think you're just being, you know what? Get off your high horse over there, Anita.
I mean, you know what? He seemed to be the only one enjoying himself there, okay?
You know what? That's true. You know what? Good for him.
Yeah. Okay, so what else happened at the fair?
Maybe he just needed to go buy a corn dog.
So what else was at the fair?
Oh, well, okay. So what else was at the fair? So I think wasn't this somebody's girlfriend that performed?
Oh, that was Kash Patel's girlfriend.
Oh, that's Kash Patel's. Yeah.
Yeah, Kash Patel's girlfriend who sang the national anthem. And it wasn't terrible. I don't know if you saw it, but it was more like, you know, what you'd hear at a AAA ball game, you know, like if I went to go see the Missions play here in San Antonio, that's the kind of quality of entertainment it was. Instead of having, like, oh, I don't know, somebody who sings the national anthem.
Oh, like Christina Aguilera.
Or somebody, Beyonce, somebody like that. Yeah.
So, and if you zoom in, of course, you know, the Fox News people were trying to say that there were massive crowds.
Every time. This was the best because Fox News has got a booth set up there, up on it's up high, and it's looking out over the fair. And every day they're trying to convince us that there are thousands of people there, and they're talking about it, like trying to talk it up and, you know, put a happy face on it. There. But behind them, there's nobody there.
There's nobody there.
And it's just, even TMZ got in on mocking it. I sent you that, so we can play that.
Let's see. So this is the Tennessee Holler. If you zoom in on the guitarist's sunglasses, you can see a crowd of less than a dozen people. The organizers appear to have recently deleted that.
They did. They deleted it. They deleted him, and they just have her on there.
Oh,
I mean, that's more quality entertainment.
God. Here, wait, let me see if I can zoom in. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if people are going to be able to see it, but yeah, you can see there's not.
Oh, yeah,
you can at least tell. Yeah, you can at least tell. All right, so I'm going to play this really quick.
Picture really captures the problem. One of the organizers posted this photo of a performance on the National Mall. If you zoom in, let's do it, on the guitarist's sunglasses. Ah, boy. You can see a crowd of less than a dozen people in the reflection. The organizers appear to have recently deleted that image from the social media feed, replacing it instead with this image of the performance, cropping out the guitarist and his really cool shades.
Oh, boy. Oh boy.
Oh, it's so sad.
Picture
I mean,
really
womp
captures the
womp.
problem. One of the
it's
organizers
actually
posted this.
Wait, hold on.
it's sad because this should have been. I mean, this should have been a big deal. There, I don't know if I sent you this, but the Smithsonian was supposed to be in charge of this,
Yeah.
and they were planning a huge thing with all kinds of cultural events from each state. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
each state could have,
It would have been like the DNC, like
yeah,
where it was just like, yeah, just
people everywhere. I mean, they could have had like a mock Mardi Gras, or,
yeah.
and the Texas thing. The Texas booth, a pavilion, does have a rodeo, but I heard that you get to lasso a hobby horse at
Oh,
the rodeo.
gotta be kidding me.
That's what I heard. Okay,
Well,
you guys should check that out. But it's
well,
just
one
sad. There's a
thing,
thing of the
yeah, it's
Alamo.
sad.
Okay.
Okay, no, but what you cannot do, Anita, okay,
Uh-huh.
you can go to DC, you can go to the Freedom 250 celebration, but what you are not allowed to do is loiter.
No, no loitering. No loitering.
No loitering
At the pool.
at
No,
the
at the
pool.
pool.
At the
Yes.
pool. I'm going to play this clip.
Loitering is not permitted in this area. Please proceed to a designated location. Thank you for your cooperation.
Oh boy.
I know, and it's
Wow.
just the National Guard there.
I know. Ugh.
It's Think about the National Mall and about the reflecting pool. Think about Forrest Gump and Jenny, okay?
Okay, so there's a picture here. See the giant slit in the reflecting pool? Zoom in.
Yeah.
It's the drainage
It's the
system. How
drainage.
dumb with a B are you?
Yep. This is what they're saying is a slit.
Oh my God.
It's a drainage.
They're
Yeah.
just, it's manufactured. Everything is fucking manufactured.
Of course. And there are pictures of that they have put up themselves where it shows their but when the pool was when they were doing the pool, there was people already there with the paint peeling off. This was happening before. They knew it. There was problems. There was a report that came out that said they've known it was they knew or there were problems with this early on, way before anybody realized it when the paint started floating to the top.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just ridiculous
It's
because
all
Donald Trump can
manufactured. It's all
never
made up.
be. Yeah, it can never be his fault. He's just like a. I mean, seriously, when my kids were 3, I expected them to take more responsibility for their actions than this guy.
Yeah. Yes,
You know?
exactly. Exactly. Oh my God. Okay, so reflecting pool is still green, not American flag blue.
Yeah. So anybody, when you hear Donald Trump, he's put out this long, stupid screed where he talks about, oh, the reflecting pool looks beautiful. It's perfect. No, it's still green.
No,
Okay.
it's still green, everybody.
It's still green. As a matter of fact, it's not going to be American flag blue. Okay,
It is
guys.
not. It's not. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play this clip.
Okay.
So he's showing, it looks like they're setting, what? They're like sandbags. What the hell?
At the pool?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Oh, I think this is what they're putting up for the fireworks. That's
Oh, yeah, here we are. Yeah, sorry. Fireworks are being set up behind the fence around the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool. What
Oh, great.
could possibly go wrong?
I don't know what. I know they have fireworks in D.C., but I don't think they're on the Lincoln Memorial itself. I just think that seems wrong.
Nobody's going to fucking show up and watch them. And how
I
much
don't
is that
know.
going to cost
We'll
us?
see. We'll see. But I mean, people love fireworks. But do you really want to be complicit in this?
No.
Well, there are people that just love fireworks. I just think that it's not worth it.
It's definitely not worth it. So this is TMZ DC.
This is what I was telling you, and I just want to point out this is TMZ, okay, folks. This is not MS Now. This is not Midas Touch. This is TMZ. Regular people watch this, okay?
Is this the deep state?
No, it's not. This is the opposite of the deep state. These are people mocking them, and regular people who watch Entertainment Tonight and whatever they have now. Yeah. TMZ.
All right, here, let me play this.
And it's because there's tons of people here. It's a huge space, and it's just going to get more and more crowded as the week goes on.
We not only do we have a lot of people here, we have people that you want to have here, like Stacey Garrity. That woman's going to be next governor of Pennsylvania.
There
right
we
there.
go.
Yep, look at her, that beautiful red hair.
And it's because there's tons of people here. It's a huge space, and it's just going to get more and more crowded as the week goes on.
We not only do we have a lot of people here, we have people that you want to have here, like Stacey Garrity. That woman's
Okay. No, there's nobody there. And not only that, did you notice this is supposed to be a nonpartisan event? And he's introducing a person running for governor, a Republican. Oh, next governor.
Yeah.
And you see this everywhere. You know, political messages. Okay. They have a pool to get baptized in. They have a religious tent.
It's ridiculous.
They have people. I hear people who've been there, like journalists and stuff, who talk about people coming up to them and wanting to save them.
This is so disgusting. I can't even take this.
I know. It's like you're at a Trump rally. Yeah.
This is Jim Acosta. This is a clip.
Oh, this is good. Yeah, this is really good. He does a good job.
Well, here we are in the National Mall checking out the Great American State Fair, Donald Trump's version of America's 250th birthday here in the nation's capital. And if you're looking for a place with really no lines whatsoever, then you better come down to the mall. There's even a miniature version of Donald Trump's arch. Isn't that cute? Look at that little thing right there. Yeah, as you can see, no line to get in. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We're on the National Mall. It's probably the nicest weather of the week, and there are no lines to get in.
Nope.
Hardly anybody in line. Surely there must be a long line for the Ferris wheel. It's the big attraction down here. Let's take a look.
Nope.
Oh boy. Yeah, it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's about lunchtime. I'm a little parched. Could use a burger or something. I hope there's not a long line in here. This is the arch that they put down in the National Mall. Look at this.
Oh my God.
There's a huge gap.
Oh my God.
This is a pretty good example of the shoddy construction down here. Look at these gaps in between these faux columns and one of the main pavilions down here.
Oh my God.
And the actual ground. It's like 2 or 3 feet. But Trump is everywhere, like inside this agriculture department booth.
Oh my God.
You can also sign up for Trump's savings accounts in the Treasury Department booth. And where would the Great American State Fair be without their own propagandists? Yes, there they are. There's Fox News doing their programming from down here on the National Mall, probably telling everybody what a massive celebration there is going on down here. The fossil fuel industry seems to have their own little talk that's going on. They're doing like a panel discussion, and there's nobody listening, just a few people.
The threats that are growing with the growth of AI, the ability before you meet a nation.
Well, in one of these pavilions, I found a sweeping exhibit that can only be described as an ode to the religious right.
Here we have our great nation that we want to make great again.
Shut the fuck up.
And you should see the entertainment.
Up.
They had Michael Knowles debating a 10-year-old about the Salem witch trials. And during this debate, he said he's not sure if they were guilty or not. But anyway, that's some of the entertainment. They were on the stage with about 12 people watching them. They also had a doctor, a plastic surgeon, talking about the dangers of breast implants. That was another entertainer. And, let me think. And then the fossil fuel people. Yeah. You always want them to show up at your fair, don't you? I mean, this is ridiculous. This is the quality of people. What the hell did they spend their money on? Look at the what they built there. It's plywood with paper stapled on it.
Yeah, literally, guys. Okay, here. This is a 31 second clip. Let me just play this. Guys, these buildings at the Great American State Fair are just covered in printed sheets that are literally stapled on.
Yep.
They're staples.
I don't want to touch it because...
Oh my God.
You know how they feel about touching things around here.
Oh my God.
Quality.
Quality craftsmanship.
America. American workers.
Okay.
Here's the point. This is what you get when you have corrupt government. You get shoddy work because there's no big contracts, there's no competition, it's not merit based. They just hire their friends, and their friends do shoddy work because they just want to make money.
Yep.
And it shows. And this is what we're getting. And it's not these are just some examples. Imagine what's happening at the Pentagon, okay? Imagine what's happening in all of our departments.
Yeah, this is, I mean, when I show, houses or whatever, and I say, you know, you can tell a whole lot. Like if you walk in and you already see kind of like the facade is, crumbling and falling apart, or you walk in to a place and you can see some like real obvious neglect or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
that is just the tip of the iceberg. Because if
Right.
you get into the mechanicals of a house, or if you open up some walls in that house, there's going to be a lot of nub and tube. There's going to be a lot, there's
Mm-mm.
going to be more. This is just your little preview of the neglect that has occurred here at this house. It's the same thing,
Well,
you
this is
know?
just shoddy. This is like
It's
if you
just
build
shoddy all around. I mean,
yeah.
it's just, it's
If you hire
crap.
bad contractors,
Exactly. Yeah.
this is what you'll get.
Oh my
And you
God.
wouldn't build your house with bad contractors. You wouldn't
No,
just
you
hire your
wouldn't.
buddy to build your house knowing he had no experience, like that reflection pool guy.
Oh my God. Okay, so this is Susie Rizzio. I just
Okay.
keep Okay, so this is some of the talent, I guess, that they had.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
Quite a bit
here
of
we go.
talent there.
American State Fair.
Oh my gosh.
Are you fucking kidding me? That is my personal hell. And look, MAGA, I know you think that we're all just obsessed with shitting on everything Trump does, which, yeah, sure. But even y'all have to admit that this is impressively fucking lame. I mean, look at this shit. I mean, look how fucking depressing this really looks. Even the buildings themselves are just like somebody threw up some plaster, didn't even bother adding any detail, not even to his lame ass arch. Like, look at this shit. Y'all couldn't add any detail, any flair. Y'all just threw up some fucking plaster, called it good, along with the rest of the buildings. Just added some columns and called it neoclassical. Just for a little reference, let's take a look at the 1893 Chicago World's Fair. I mean, look at this shit. It's fucking incredible that this happened. Every time I see pictures, I am fucking awed. All plaster, for the most part. Just look at the amount of detail. And look at this shit. Look at the detail on all of the buildings. It was beautiful. The White City. You see that shit? That's a real fucking Ferris wheel, Donnie. Unlike that little shrimp dick amusement park ride you got that looks like it's gonna fall apart at any second. Yeah, I really wish Chicago could have preserved this as a historical site and kept it around. Really fucking impressive achievement in 1893. And here we are in 2026 on our 250th anniversary. You'd think that the guy who has increased his net worth by billions of dollars since entering the presidency last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it really is. It's shoddy. They could have really done this right.
Mhm.
It's just,
Well, they couldn't have.
no, not Donald Trump being in charge of it because everything he touches is shit.
Right.
So, but still, I mean, we as a country, if it had been Joe Biden, if it had been Kamala Harris, if it had been Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, George Bush even would have done a better job.
Yep.
I'm not saying he would have done as good a job as Obama, but
No, of course not.
no, anybody. Gerald Ford was president in 1976, and it was a great bicentennial. Like we talked about the tall ships in the harbor. That was an amazing thing, and everybody was celebrating.
Yep.
It wasn't a partisan thing. People didn't celebrate Gerald Ford. There wasn't Gerald Ford's picture anywhere.
No.
Nobody even talked.
No, his fucking picture, and it's that picture. I think it's his like mug shot or something,
Yeah.
like that. Where he's like got that scowl. I mean, who said, you know what? That's the picture that we should be putting on
His
everything.
mugshot. Remind everybody he's a criminal. I
What
mean,
the
come
fuck?
on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
I'm
God.
not
But
surprised. Of course, I
no, of
knew he was going to do
course.
this.
Of
This was just so
course.
predictable.
Of course. Okay. So I'm gonna here. Okay. Oh Lord. Okay. All right. So here, there's another clip here. It's about 3 minutes, though. The Great American State Fair was a total shit show because it started out with a MAGA influencer getting arrested for masturbating to the ribbon twirling girls while all the ice cream melted and a Confederate flag flew in the North Carolina booth. And they had no idea it was there.
Yeah, play the video.
Oh boy. Okay.
Masturbation, Confederate flags, baptism pools, and all the ice cream melted. Seems like a good time to me. Let's take a look at all the weirdness behind dictator Trump's Temu celebration of America's 250th birthday. And folks, let me tell you, there's a lot of weird stuff that's going on in the first couple days. Let's start with this MAGA influencer who got arrested for doing lewd acts in public. He was dressed like Uncle Sam, watching female acrobats vaping and engaging in explicit sexual gestures. He goes by the name Manny. And yes, there is a police report. Then there's this, Freedom 250's official Instagram page took down this picture because when people zoom in on the guitar player's glasses, you could see that there was nobody there. They were embarrassed. The comments were hilarious. Tens of people showed up. They took down the picture. Then there's the Confederate flag being displayed at the North Carolina Pavilion, according to Under the Desk News. If you're not following Under the Desk News, you absolutely should be. Good information. North Carolina didn't want to front the money to set up an official state-funded pavilion at Trump's Great American Fair, so donors kicked in to make it happen. And this is what happened. They put up a Confederate flag. Oh, wait, there's more. How about a baptism pool? Yes. The first day of the fair, all the ice cream melted due to a power outage. You figure they would have backup generators, but no, they don't have backup generators. All the ice cream melted on day one of the fair. And now let's talk about crowd size. And you know the crowd size was small when dictator Trump goes to Trash Social and says the National Mall packed with happy people and everybody loving it. He said there was approximately 45,000 people there. There was maybe a couple thousand. Big MAGA supporter Dean Cain took a picture from atop the Ferris wheel. You can see tens of people at the National Mall. Tens of people were there. Here's another picture. This is a real picture. This is not AI. This is real. Here's a picture of the opening of the Obama Library in Chicago versus Trump's Temu American 250th celebration. And this person posted a comparison of the Pride Parade in New York versus Trump's World Fair. I will say all this with a caveat. The weather was kind of crappy over the weekend. There were thunderstorms in the area, and there still are 2 weeks left of this World Fair. So maybe things will pick up. But I will say this. Dictator Trump created this fair with MAGA in mind. Not with all Americans. This was made specifically for MAGA. So the fact that nobody is showing up is not a surprise, because this is not a celebration of all Americans. It's only a celebration for MAGA. It's a shame because there was a legit celebration being planned by the Smithsonian where they were going to bring in different festivals like Burning Man and the Grand Ole Opry, and there was going to be nightly concerts for a full month, free concerts, and everybody in the United States was going to be celebrated, and they weren't granted the permits because Trump wanted to have his dictator Temu piece of shit celebration, which no one's going to go to.
Yep.
Yeah, but the weather really, they had forecasted some storms, but it never did.
It never did. I mean, yeah, look, that would not keep people away.
Well, there was a FIFA like fan thing going on right there beside it, and it didn't close, and everybody was there having
People
a good
would
time.
have still
It was
been
a
there.
barbecue
Yeah,
thing.
they may have ducked in somewhere or whatever. But I mean, I'm just waiting for one of these things that are like to just collapse or tip over onto somebody.
Well, you know what? You know that orange looks like it might. Okay.
No, they do. I'm serious. Like I'm joking,
I'm
but
worried
not
about
really.
the Ferris wheel.
Right.
I'm worried about the Ferris wheel because, I mean, look at the shoddy work he did on the reflection pool.
Seriously. So every Fox News live shot today from Trump's post-rapture like state fair on the National Mall has been hilarious. Here's a super cut.
was a beautiful sight. We're kicking off a week of special shows celebrating America's 250th live from the Great American Fair.
Mark, great to see you here today. A lot of energy down there. What's the latest?
Sandra, it sure is. And welcome back to Washington.
Where?
So good to see you personally. As you've seen yourself, there is a big energy here on the National Mall. The crowd sizes were smaller in the morning. It has picked up quite a bit. The State Fair generating a lot of headlines, and we have seen more people come to see it for themselves, including right to the Ferris wheel. You'll zoom in here and see the crowds that are lined up for a chance to see Washington, unlike any other way. But people told us this isn't about politics, but a chance to celebrate what America offers coast to coast. And this morning, 4 younger Americans put their stomachs to the test with a pancake eating contest. That's tough on any day, let alone in this kind of
Four
event.
Americans
The winner was
join
determined
this
by audience applause. The guy who won appeared really worried he wasn't going to be able to keep the pancakes down, but in the end, he made it. Today,
that was great. Thanks for inviting me. I haven't seen the elephant food booth yet, though. I've seen the elephant sandwiches.
So each day has got a theme. Today's theme is Make America Healthy Again, and I'm wondering, how does a pancake eating contest comport with Make America?
No red food dyes, right? It's just all natural.
Eggs, milk, butter. What else do you need?
Idiots.
Great American State Fair.
Not to help me out. I want to be a part of this.
Well, it's a great day for Larry. Good afternoon.
Oh my
Perhaps
God.
now that the closing bell is here, we're going to get more people coming out here now that work is done. You mentioned
No, that didn't
the
happen.
latest with Iran. Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner are on a flight to Qatar right now to meet after a lot of back and forth between U.S. and Iranian forces over the Strait of Hormuz and keeping that
I'd be done
open.
with
But here
this.
on the National Mall, not a lot of talk about Iran, as you can imagine, although
Not a lot of
Larry,
talk.
just in a few minutes behind me where the rodeo is going to start again. Some people say riding a bull is a lot like dealing with Iran. You got to hang on for dear life. And you never know how it's going to go. But
There's
people
no
we've
bull.
talked to out here having a good time, very patriotic bunch, as you can imagine, seeing something a little different. That's the National Mall turned into the Great American State Fair. And so.
No, it sucks.
No, and you should see the food court. Did you see the food court?
No. Oh God.
It's like a Soviet style. I'm serious. It looks like a Soviet style cafeteria. There's just like a long line. There's nobody there, and the food is just like a gross looking hamburger for $23, or you can buy a turkey leg for $20. I mean, everything's overpriced. Lemonade. I'm not kidding. Lemonade is $10.
Yeah. No. Okay. So here, coming to you. This is and we're at an hour here. Coming to you live, adjacent from the American State Fair, where absolutely anyone who was anybody stayed the fuck home. So, I mean, it's just more just kind of showing, this.
Yeah. Well, there's
nobody's
plenty of
there.
that. I mean, everybody's mocking it, but
Yeah, nobody's
for
there.
good reason. I mean,
Yep.
it's sad. It's very disappointing.
This is our country too, and
It's our
we wanted to
250th.
celebrate
Yes.
it the way, like with dignity and honor. I mean, but what have they done? They've like shit all over the Constitution.
It's
They've
corrupt.
shit all over everybody's rights, and now I don't fucking feel like celebrating it. I'm sorry,
No.
I don't.
No, and you know what? There are other ways we can celebrate it. Go to the Obama Museum.
Yeah, that's
You
it.
know, there
Yeah.
are other ways we can celebrate it. So
Do not go see Young Washington, by the way. It's put out by a bunch of right-wing religious fanatics and
Oh, no,
Kelsey
I mean, he's
Grammer.
praying.
Yeah,
He's-
Kelsey
yeah.
Grammer's in it. No, don't even. It's a hard pass. Don't even do it.
Is it any good?
No, it's crap. It's
Okay.
crap.
It's crap. Go watch something else. Go watch Supergirl.
Yeah, Supergirl is much
Yeah.
more worth it. Anyway, all right. Well, this is Brooklyn Dad Defiant. I'm going to play you out with part of this, if not all. It's about almost 5 minutes long.
Okay.
And hit the like and subscribe button.
Please smash the button.
Ring the bell. Put it in your notifications. Head over to our Patreon page and
buy us coffee.
buy us some coffee if you can. If not, it's
I need coffee.
I do too. I'm gonna need a lot of coffee to get through this whole thing.
I know. Me too. Or something.
Something. Oh, liquor. Buy us a beer. How about that?
Yeah.
Buy me a
buy us beer.
margarita. Yeah.
Buy us a shot.
Something. Please.
Yeah.
Please. Please.
Please.
Please. We just
Come
had to
on.
sit through an hour of this, people. And we made you sit through an hour of it.
I know. I mean, really, seriously, we should buy them shots.
Seriously, maybe. All right. Well, anyway, talk to you. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye-bye.
At Trump's Green Swamp Pool Party Pavilion, where the agua is warm and the maggots are chilling. Trump's Green Swamp Pool Party Pavilion, a one-star dump run by a billionaire villain. Aye, 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 it's muy clasioso, my friend. You'll need a tetanito shot before you come in. Jump in the sludge-cito, let democracia bend and help us make algae muy grande again. Water ski with RFK and brainworm Bahia. He says that's not sewage, that's agua limpia. The jet skis are rapido, helmets, a band, the lifeguards, a raccoon, whistle in hand. There's a splash zone, a rash zone, an anti-backslide where the facts are fake news and the roadkill's fried. Have a sip from the fountain, it's a mystery stew. Half swamp, half ciencia, and a virus or two. Step right up where the bourbon is tasted. Pete and Patella, totalissimo wasted. They pair each pour with government cheese. The crotch on their Speedo says, subpoena these.
Cheers, Patriots!
Trump's Green Swamp Pool Party Pavilion, where the bourbon is brown and the vibes reptilian. Trump's Green Swamp Pool Party Pavilion, a patriotic puddle of premium oblivion. Aye, 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 bring your primos and kin. There's a loyalty oath and swim up gin. Jump in the sludge-cito, let democracia bend and help us make algae muy grande again. By the marina at the pub Sharknet, the Epstein hologram is starting his set. Singing yacht rock classicals in the wrong key. He has no crowd, though admission is free. Cage match time will be mucho to see. Scrawny Stephen Miller versus MTG. His vampire cuerpo is no match for her brawn. She'll bury that bitch on the White House lawn. Chimp with chud at the midway tent, where the stuffing is rage and the seams are